Because Stranger Things is ending with its final season, I rewatched every season for a better experience and found 12 hidden details and Easter eggs in only season 1, which I never noticed before. So let's get into it. Number 1. In the very first episode of the show, The Vanishing of Will Byers, the opening Dungeons Dragons scene already hints at what's about to happen. In the game, Will and the boys are facing the Demogorgon. Will rolls the dice to see if he escapes, but the dice fall off the table, so nobody knows the result. Later, Will tells Mike that the number he rolled was a 7, which means he failed the roll, and he says, "The Demogorgon, it got me." And just a few minutes later in the episode, the real Demogorgon actually takes him to the Upside Down. Number 2. After Will goes missing and we see him in the Upside Down, he survived 7 days alone with the deadly Demogorgon before he was rescued. Now, the reason Will stayed alive in the Upside Down was mostly because he was singing his favorite song. It doesn't make sense at first because it was only in season 4 when the characters confirmed that your favorite song shields you from Vecna. Number 3. In season 1, when Joyce is talking to Hopper in his office about Will's disappearance, Hop says, 99 out of 100 times a kid goes missing, a family member is involved. Joyce responds, "What about the other time? What about the one? The one?" A clever reference to number 001, Henry Creel, only this time, the family is the one who got killed by the kid. Another one I noticed in season 1, episode 3, when Nancy is worried about Barb and asking around about her, she talks to a girl sitting in front of her. If you pay close attention, you can see that right behind Nancy, there's a poster pinned to the school bulletin board that says, "Nevermore." It's a direct nod to Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, where a grieving narrator is haunted by that word after losing someone forever, hinting at Barb's death. Number 5. Barb's disappearance halfway through the season was a huge shock. The viewers already knew what happened to her, but Nancy didn't, and that became her motivation to start digging into the truth. Even then, she still had to make excuses for Barb. In episode 3, after the party, Nancy calls Barb's mom to see if she made it home. When she realizes she didn't, Nancy lies and says Barb is probably at the library. What Nancy didn't know was how close she was to the truth, because Barb was at the library, just the upside-down version of it. Later, when Hopper and Joyce enter the Upside Down, they find Barb's body in the dark and decayed counterpart of the public library. Number 6. In the show, Hopper's daughter's blue ribbon is subtly shown throughout seasons 1 and 2. For example, in this scene, Hopper is wearing the ribbon after his daughter loses her hair, and later, he gives that ribbon to Eleven. Now, something I didn't notice before, in episode 8, Steve makes a grab for the Byers' wall phone, which up until this point has always had a cord. After being fried twice when making contact with the Upside Down, it's revealed in this scene that the family has, understandably, switched to a cordless phone. Number 8. The horseshoe on the shed where Will hides is upside down, which is considered bad luck. And yeah, it didn't help him at all. Number 9. After Will wins that bike race and picks X-Men issue number 134, it isn't just some cool 80s comic flex. That specific comic is where Jean Grey starts turning into the Dark Phoenix. It's the moment her crazy telepathic and telekinetic powers get pushed too far by manipulation and trauma, and Eleven, just like Jean Grey, is a young girl with terrifying psychic powers. And the villain group in that comic is called the Hellfire Club. Years later in Stranger Things season 4, they introduce us to the Hellfire Club. Number 10. When Mike, Dustin, and Lucas first find Eleven after Will's disappearance, Lucas says, "I bet she escaped from Pennhurst." Pennhurst is a mental hospital, which we later see in future seasons when Robin and Nancy travel there to talk with Victor Creel, Vecna's father, who was accused of the gruesome murders of his wife and daughter in 1959 and locked away in the hospital. Number 11. In episode 4, the cop that Hopper knocks out is reading Cujo, a Stephen King novel about an evil dog. This is actually foreshadowing for season 2, when the show introduces the Demodogs, creatures that are basically early-stage Demogorgons, but still running around on all fours like dogs. And finally, number 12. A lot of people have noticed that Jonathan Byers walks very awkwardly. He isn't a confident or athletic character. Charlie Heaton said that he intentionally walks or runs that way to make Jonathan look awkward. His body language shows that he's socially uncomfortable and a very wounded kid with childhood trauma. And it's also seen as a defensive tactic, possibly tied to his past experiences with fear and abuse. And that's all for today. So yeah, don't go into the Upside Down without me. Bye-bye.